been in my own head lately, pacing back and forth between the good, the bad, the safe. Cause I got a fear of failing, scared I might go insane. Fuck, I got a migraine, yeah.
Aiden, it's great talking to you, my friend. It's so funny because, we were kind of over social media and stuff trying to figure out, we wanted to do an interview. You were mentioning about you had new music, been wanting to do this for a while. And who would have thought that talking about new music now would be the way the state of the world is right now? I'm going to ask you right off the top, how are you doing? How's your family doing? And how are you holding up through this crisis?
Yeah, you know what? Thanks for asking. I'm good. And like me and you, I've wanted to do another interview since we did one back in 2018.
Something like that, yeah.
At one of my shows, and I was super sick, and I've always wanted to do an interview again where my mind is actually in a right place. But I'm holding up good. I'm here with my grandparents actually, so I'm being super careful and staying home, making music, playing a lot of video games, and I'm holding up though. I'm holding up.
I want to go into something before we get into the music and stuff, too. You said you're with your grandparents, and you've probably seen on social media and some news sources that where there are some people, not everybody, there are some people who are ignoring the rules, and they're not worrying about, they say, well, I get it, doesn't matter because I'm young and I'll be fine. You really pointed out something. You're a young man, but the thing is, though, at the same time, you have older grandparents who you want to take care of, and this is what it's really all about.
Yeah, and that's the scary part is it takes one person, and it's hard seeing people sometimes that you even know just not caring. So I'm really kind of pushing the stay home movement, and hopefully we can beat this thing so we can all get back to life.
Yes, so I can go to your shows and I can do interviews with you backstage, and I can take pictures and put up video going, hey, look, I'm in the crowd, enjoying the music. But this is what we're doing now, and, thank goodness. It's kind of funny. Somebody posted a Nokia old phone from back in the day and said, imagine if this pandemic happened then. None of this we would never be able to talk the way we are now.
It's interesting if you think about it. But I mean, what did people do to keep? Well, yeah. I mean, mass isolation is kind of a new concept, I guess.
It absolutely is. Look, I can still remember back in the day when I would have to go to a phone booth and unscrew the receiver to hook up my tape recorder to get any kind of recording. That's how you and I would have had to have done this interview back then.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine being isolated in 1917 with the Spanish flu?
Ooh.
What do people do to occupy themselves?
I don't know.
Netflix, no Spotify, no Call of Duty.
None of it. Speaking of which, with all those sources that you were just talking about, are you doing any online shows?
I'm doing lives here and there. I have some lives lined up, some cool lives lined up with some different music companies down the road here in the next month. So yeah, definitely.
I was going to jump in and say, one of the big reasons why, of course, doing it is you have a new single out. Congratulations on that. And when you think about what this song is about, it's kind of like what a lot of people are going through right now, my friend.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic that the song was due to come out right when we kind of got locked down here. The song really just talks about that burden of anxiety and, what you go through, what I went through. And, it's just kind of my anxiety anthem.
Well, you're bang on that, sir. I'm going to jump in again. What's the single called? And go about it again because, as you said, this is something that's very, very personal for you. Yeah,
the singles help me. I can tell you kind of a bit about where it kind of came from. In short, right when I got this grant to record the album from Factor, it was kind of like this burst of happiness, but then also there was this burst of pressure of, okay, I've never made an album before. I've never had this kind of money to make an album before. Where do I start? What do I do? Where's it going? And I'm kind of an overthinker, chronic overthinker at heart. So, you know, a normal person would just kind of take things step by step. I couldn't help but look at like the whole big picture and how much needed to be done, and that just completely overwhelmed me. And unfortunately, that kind of took me over and led me to like a really kind of dark, nervous breakdown that I had, which was awful. And you know, kind of one of the biggest things that it caused me was to become kind of almost agoraphobic for like a little bit, where I couldn't leave the house for like 2 months. So here I have, like, you know, I'm trying to work out with, you know, my team how we're going to start recording the album. And long story short, as I was staying home, I kind of built a home studio in my basement, and we just got, you know, the producers and stuff like that to come over here, and we worked together, and we ended up making the whole record in my basement whilst I was getting kind of the help I needed to get myself healthy again. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of like this crazy, it's the craziest year and a half of my life.
Oh, I chain smoke till I'm black in the lungs, but that don't help me. No, that don't help me. And I cling to a bottle 'cause it's keeping me numb, but that don't help me. 'Cause someone help me. 'Cause I can't help.
You know, I can say that the product that I came out with is just a hell of a lot more personal and has a lot more, you know, blood on the pages, just from how much I went through putting it together. And yeah, Help Me was actually the last record I wrote I had the whole record written before we went into recording, but Help Me was a late addition because I knew I needed a song about what exactly I was going through at the time of writing the album.
And I want to double check, is the album out right now?
No, the album's not out yet. Help Me is the second single. Okay.
When is the album out, do you think?
You know, at this point, we were planning for, you know, somewhere around June, July. But right now we don't know, because I really want an EP release show to go together with the EP.
Yeah, definitely, because I want to be there for that, my friend. So
yeah, man, I appreciate that. Listen, you know, that's something else that I've been working with an amazing musical director. For 4 months we were rehearsing, putting together the amazing show, like something, you know, nothing I've ever done before. So you know, I'm eager to get back to that. So you know, I'm gonna make myself a deadline because I don't want to be sitting on this forever. But I think at this point, you know, somewhere around August, September is like where I feel I want it to be out no matter what.
Well, I'll tell you something. From what I've been hearing from everybody, August, September, October, November is going to be a couple of very busy months. I'm looking forward to it because I think I'm going to be everywhere for this. But
yeah, you know what's scary though is I feel like the music and bar scene and stuff like that is going to be the last thing they ease up on. Yeah. And you know, who knows when that could be.
That's true.
You know, live like tours are the last thing that's going to be resumed because it doesn't get more mass, you know, like people together than that.
That's true, and what they're doing down in Florida doesn't help us up here. So
no.
Crazy stuff. But look, in the meantime, though, my friend, like you said, at least in today's age, we do have social media. Where do we go to follow you to know about new releases, online shows, and anything else that's coming up, and hopefully announcements soon enough that we can come and see you?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm most active on Instagram at Aiden Myers Music and Facebook, I would say. Yeah. That's where we're at, man.
Sounds good, my friend. Look, say hello to your grandparents for me. You guys be safe. Thank you for the great music. Thank you for the interview. And, man, like I said, I've been telling this to a lot of artists, and it's absolutely true to the bottom of my heart. I'm so looking forward to coming out, seeing you guys, seeing you perform, doing interviews through video, in person, not through Zoom. And I know people love doing the Zoom thing, but me personally, I would rather do it one-on-one with video so we can be more personal.
Man, I feel you, man. Thank you so much for connecting me again.
All right, my friend, you take care, and we'll take care.
You too, man. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Chain smoke till I'm black in the lungs, but that don't help me. Could someone help me? 'Cause I can't help me.